Aloha, this is a quick tutorial on how to use the ebsco site on the midkiff Learning Center portal. So I start with the home page, our home page, and then I go ahead and click on the midkiff Learning Center. This is also a resource that you could use while you're in college, as long as you can remember Kamehameha Imua. You can get into the midkiff Learning Center site and use their ebsco. Your college will have ebsco as well. So then I'm going to click here on Library Collection to find digital resource, because ebsco is a digital resource for us to use. Then I'm going to click on ebsco host, which will then take me to all of these ebsco sorted by subjects, but I'm going to go all databases because I would say why sorted by subject. I just want everything. Okay, so it'll take you to this screen. Here I'm going to type in the poet that I'm going to use for my project. So I'm going to type in Leroy Quintana, which is an awesome poet from New Mexico. And there he is. And I got 13 results. Okay, so there's a few things that I want to make sure that you have. One is that you have the full text, which means you could actually read it, right? The PDFs, the HTMLs. This is a great way of researching because then you don't have to actually go find the article. It's already there for you and you just download it to your computer. The next thing that I need for this project is for you to click this button that says Scholarly Peer-Reviewed Journals. This sorts out anything that is not necessarily scholarly. So when I go ahead and click this button, no results were found. So at this point, I can either dig around in some other libraries, or I can just trust that EBSCOhost is like this comprehensive database. And I'm going to say, sorry, Leroy, I cannot do Leroy Quintana. So let's do instead Gwendolyn Brooks. Okay, so again, I want to make sure that I have full text, right? But I also want to click on this button that says Scholarly Peer Reviewed. And now I have 24 articles. And I'm looking for, in one of these articles, a critic's review. That's somebody who is looking at Gwendolyn Brooks's poetry and making an article about it. I wouldn't pick something like this because it doesn't seem to have the full text there. But I would rather pick something like this. Okay, so let's say we're taking the Kindergarten of New Consciousness, this article here. You can download the article to your computer. It's an academic journal, which means that it's a peer-reviewed journal. But here's one of the coolest parts about EBSCO, besides for giving you all the research, is that you can click on it and the article will be there. Okay, in this case, they actually give it to you in here. The abstract, this abstract here, is basically summing up the article for you so that you don't have to read it right away, so that you can take a look and say, is this the type of article that I want? Examines the works of poet Gwendolyn Brooks and how she views the role of children in society. Okay, maybe this is the article that I want. So the abstract is really important. This button here on the right that says Cite allows you to correctly cite the article, and you scroll to MLA, and then you just copy and paste this into your works cited. And it's one of the greatest features because then you don't have to worry about your works cited. Okay, so a great resource for you to use for this paper and also for when you're in college, our midkiff Learning Center.